Hi guys, this is Alex from BlackboxMyCar.com. Today I am making a video to do a quick review of the CR500HD. I'll be sharing my thoughts and my experience with the CR500. CR500 is an upgraded version from CR300. In terms of look and size, it's identical. The only difference is that the CR500 has Sony Exmor CMOS sensor that you can find in Sony phones and Sony digital cameras. With the Sony Exmor CMOS sensor, the night visibility has improved dramatically, and also you get less glare during daytime through sun and during nighttime with the headlight reflections. And as you can see, this is CPL lens, and if you mount it like this, it reduces even more glare during daytime and during nighttime. I'll be uploading more sample videos with the CPL lens, so please check that out. It actually has, it does improve a lot with the CPL lens. So my experience with the CR500, in terms of the functionality, it's identical with the CR300. It takes pictures, it takes emergency video. There's a button for it, and you can mute your videos, you can put it into parking mode, and all that stuff is identical. So I'm not going to be going into that, but comparing it from BlackVu, obviously having the functionality of taking pictures, it does come handy time to time, and also the ability to mute a video when you don't want your voice to be recorded. Many people, there are people that think the CR500, all FineVu series are way too big, comparing it to the the BlackVu units, but it's actually not too bad. If you see it like many times, if our customers come in for installation and they look at the FineVu series and they say, hey, okay, this is it. So it's not too big if you see it in person, and if you put it right behind the mirror cap, you're not going to be able to see it, and from outside it just looks like it's a part of the vehicle, as I mentioned many times in my video. You can also check out my videos of how to hide them better on our playlist. I think I should have it in the playlist, yes. But yeah, it's really not that noticeable. And you probably recognize that our CR500 is now all in black ring. We've had many concerns over having a golden ring. When we first received our unit, when we did our first unboxing video and first impression video, you probably see that it's in golden ring, but we don't carry them anymore. We never carry them. We only received one unit from FineVu to test the unit out. So all our units are in black, and we get that question a lot, so let's get that sorted out. And also, CR500 shares exact same CPL lens with CR300, and also the GPS kit can be mounted with the CR300. It's compatible, CR300, CR200, and CR500, so you don't have to worry about buying specific GPS kit for CR500. In terms of GPS capability, it can be good and bad. In Korea particularly, you need the GPS because when you install one of these dash cams with the GPS functionality, you do get a few % off on your insurance coverage. So you get discounted if you have the GPS function, because it tells you how fast you were going, and it's easier for insurance companies or the government to recognize your case by looking at your speed. However, here in Canada, there's no such thing, unfortunately. So GPS can act good or bad, because say if you were speeding and you get into an accident, the GPS speeding, the speed will be recorded on your video, so you can't really take that part out of the video, and so it's a little controversial in terms of if you don't if you're following the legal speed limit, I mean, it can always it's good, but say if you were unfortunately involved in an accident where you were speeding, it might backfire on you a little bit. So I always tell my customer with the GPS, with the BlackVu, you don't have to buy the GPS kit. It's built into the GPS, built into the device. You can shut that off too. But yeah, don't get me wrong with the GPS. Just whatever is good for you, you can do it. With the CR500, I mean, it's really similar to CR300, and as I said, all the abilities and what I can do with it. And you probably heard this a lot from my previous videos, I really like the CR series because I can rotate them not only up and down, but you can also turn it side to side, left to right. It does come handy when you need to shoot a video that that's happened on the right or on the right or left. You can rotate that. And not only that, CR series have the mount that's ready for a suction cup mount, so you can buy a suction cup mount, and by pushing it into that hole you can mount it on your sunroof to capture something more exciting. But not everybody goes on track or autocross, so for those who do motorsports might find it really handy. And I do have a number of customers that go on track rather than buying the GoPro. They use their CR300 or CR500 for those events, but I wouldn't necessarily put it outside the car. I would probably put it inside the vehicle on the sunroof or whatnot. I really like the fact that CR500 is reliable compared to other series. FineVu dash cams have been really reliable for us too, because we have to deal with all the not only we have to ship it back to our customers, but we have to ship it to Korea and all that stuff. With the FineVu units, we almost had only once, and after selling hundreds of cameras, and that's not with the CR500, that was with the CR200 and the CR300, but that was only about 5 to 6 cameras going back to Korea. And that's really nothing compared to other company goods. And another thing with the FineVu is that the company itself is very reliable too. And the mother company called Fine Digital, they also make GPS navigation. And as I said before, their company is very solid, and even the CEO, president of the company, they all hold a PhD degree in engineering, so they're very proud and they take very big responsibility in developing these technology. And speaking of the new technology, I mean, not so new, but people don't really recognize this, but something that I should point out is that FineVu series, FineVu CR500, FineVu Pro or the T2, those offered in Korea, FineVu dashcams are said to consume the least energy, so they are most energy efficient dashcam in the market. And this is something that not a lot of people understand, but I just put it as an energy efficient dashcam in the market. Probably, I think that would help you guys understand better. So it receives much less energy to feed the CR500 CR series or any of their devices. Not only that, they don't suffer anything with the overheating issue, and they haven't had any problems with that either. I mean, even with the newer, new DR380, DR400G version 2, they don't suffer from overheating issues anymore. But I mean, even with the previous CR200 or the CR300, FineVu never ever suffered from any of those overheating issues, burnt out CMOS sensor or whatnot. So these company goods from FineVu are very reliable. And that's one thing I really like, and I take great pride for selling FineVu products. I don't want to sell something that's not reliable. We test a lot of different black boxes from Korea, from Taiwan, from China, but we only decide to carry FineVu and BlackVu units because they're most reliable, and companies take responsibility for their defective units. Believe it or not, some of these Korean companies or Chinese companies, they don't we ask for demo units and we buy them, and after using it, it doesn't work, or it doesn't it's defective, yet they just go nowhere. I mean, they go silent, and I can't even connect to them or whatnot. But FineVu and BlackBu units, they are reliable, so you're 100% covered. And buying it from us as authorized distributor, you're never going to worry about your warranty claims and whatnot like that. That's how we also try to differentiate ourselves from eBay sellers. All our units are all in English, and also in it's factory built with English firmware and provided with English manual, so you won't have to worry about that. I know this is more of a review, but I've been going a little sidetracked there. Yeah, I mean, because it's so similar to CR200 or the CR300, and as you know that I'm a big fan of FineVu series, I really like all about it, especially with the CPL lens. It's even better. The quality is reliable, and as I said, the unit itself is very reliable, so I'll leave it at that. But I will be receiving a DR500G W by BlackBu next week. I will be making more videos on that, and hopefully that review video can be somewhat different because it's enabled with it's built with Wi-Fi. Then you can do live streaming with your phone, so I think that would be something new. But with the CR500, I really can't say much about it. It's in terms of look and what size, it's identical. The CMOS sensor, the video quality is much better than before, and also with the use of CPL lens, you can even reduce your glare even further down. So that's about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at blackboxmycar@gmail.com, or visit our website at blackboxmycar.com. Thank you for watching.